Software engineering tells us that a software development should follow a good development methodology or software development model. A software development model or methodology divides the software development in various distinct phases, and each phase is focused to achieve one main goal. These phases form the software development lifecycle and also abbreviated as SDLC. There are various SDLC models followed in industry. The most basic and the oldest form is the waterfall model. In this section, we will discuss the waterfall model and its advantages and disadvantages. Waterfall model was the first SDLC model introduced to describe the software development. Waterfall model is supposed to be first introduced in late 1950s and grew to popularity in 1970s. The first formal description of waterfall model is often predicted to Winston Royce. Waterfall model is also known as linear sequential model. What it means is the development process is usually unidirectional and flows steadily downwards to the different phases of software development. This downward flowing concept of software development gives the name of waterfall model. The waterfall model has its origin in the manufacturing and construction industries, where all the tasks are done sequentially one phase after another. For example, to build a car, we create the concept of the car, design and build the car, and then testing. In the same way, the waterfall model states that you build the car in a sequential manner one phase after another. Since the flow is sequential, the model is very simple to understand and easy to implement. What it means in terms of software development is that every phase will need to be completed before we move on to the next phase. That is, every phase needs to be reviewed and signed off, only then we can proceed to next phase. Let's see the flow of waterfall model in detail. The first stage in waterfall model is requirement analysis. The requirement collected from the customers are analyzed and technical documents is created as baseline for creating this software. The requirements are classified as functional and non-functional requirements. The requirement analysis phase generates documents like software requirement specification. These documents are reviewed and signed off, after which the project moves to the next phase, that is system design. The design team will generate a blueprint for software design using the requirement documents and create design documents like high level and low level design documents. Again, all the IT parts reviewed and signed off by the team of stakeholders and managers. Once the design phase is over, the project then moving to implementation phase. The developers convert the design into code. Developers will code modules which are then integrated into complex software. The implementation phase will generate the developed software working application according to the user requirements. At the end of the implementation, the developers team will review and sign off the product from their end and hand it over to testing team. The verification and validation activities done by testing will ensure the quality of the product. Once the testing is finished with testing team, it will sign off the product. The product now move on to the deployment phase, where a team of experts deploy the product into the real world without any hazards. After the deployment, the product in maintenance phase, where it is regularly updated and issues are passed by the team assigned to perform the maintenance activities. Meanwhile, if any requirements change, then the project moves on back to the requirement phase and again has to cascade them all in all the phases. Similarly, if design changes, then the project move back to appropriate phases and cascade the system design again. So, this is how the waterfall model of software development works. This is small description about the stages of waterfall model. Now we can go through the advantages. First one is simple and easy to understand and use. Next, easy to manage. Due to the rigidity of the model, each phase has specific deliverables and review process. The processes are complete one by one. Third one is phases do not overlap. Hence, there is no ambiguity during the development process. Last one is waterfall model works well for smaller projects. Next is disadvantages. Since every phase sign off once completed, it is very difficult to go back each phase and change something that was done incorrectly in the beginning. The stakeholders have to wait until the end of the implementation to get the working software. Next is there is lots of risk and uncertainty attached to the project because every phase has to be done perfectly. Last is waterfall model is not suitable for complex and object-oriented project when the requirements are not fixed. That's all about the waterfall model. Thank you.